Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be doing a fill on these nails. This is what it currently looks like. This is a fill about 2 to 3 weeks in. So for this fill, I actually got a Efile that I wanted to try out. It is from Burano. This one is their portable one. They do have a bigger one that is not as portable. But anyway, so here I'm just showing that the little hole in the center is for your handpiece, and on the back of it has a little stand so you could keep it standing up. I didn't keep it standing up for some reason, but anyway, so the switch on the top allows you to change the speed, turn it on, turn it off. And there's 2 buttons on the front for status and to switch it from forward to reverse. Also on the top is the little spot where you can plug it in to charge it. So here are the pieces that come with it. Yes, I did use one of them prior to the video, but it comes with these sanding bands. They vary in grit. This one is the coarsest one, I think, that comes in the box, in the kit, in the package. Anyway, but yeah, so this one, the one on the other end, is the finest one. I believe I have that right. But yeah. So here is one of the pieces. I do use this later on, but this is not what I actually start off with. So this is the one that I start off with. This is actually one of my favorite ones in the kit. Anyway, so as you probably know, but if not, so you do want to remove all the lifted product on your nail. You don't want to keep it on. So I am just trying to file away the lifted product that is close to my cuticle area. I do have a lot, and I can definitely tell that there is a lot. But yeah, so with this piece, I'm just trying to file away this part. At points, you will see that I stay in one area. Please do not do this. One of the reasons why I am doing this is because I do have it on a very low speed. This is because I am a beginner at using e-files. This is not my first e-file, but I don't use them often. So you do want to be a little cautious when using them. Anyway, so this is as I did say, this is probably one of my favorite bits. This is because it is a diamond dust bit and I am somewhat of a beginner. If I hit my skin, it won't do damage. And on top of that, it is because it's a diamond bit, the grit is not too harsh, and so if I get it on my natural nail, it's not that big of a deal. Anyway, so now I'm using this other bit. It is a thinner one, and I think that's why I'm using it, so I could get the pieces that are lifting just a little more precision. I did switch from this bit very shortly after, and I also switched from the diamond dust bit only because it was taking quite a bit, because I did have it on a slower setting, and because I was doing this myself, I just was a little more, how do I word this, careless. I wouldn't say I was careless, I was definitely cautious, but I was being less cautious than I would be if I was doing it on someone else. But anyway, here's what it currently looks like. I do switch to a this bit, which is a safety bit. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but I do use this bit only because it is coarser, and so it has teeth, as you could probably see, and so these teeth allow you to get and file away much quicker. But once again, as you could probably see on the file, I think I have it at a speed of 3 or 5, but it does get the job done. I don't really want it too fast. I don't really need it too fast. But yeah, so I'm just filing away at the bottom of the nail towards the cuticle area, trying to get away all of the lifting product. And so yeah, so I just keep going around the cuticle area until I think I get most of it. As you do see later on, even when I did think I was done, I actually went back even later on just to make sure I was really there. So currently I'm on my thumb, and then I continue doing the same thing to the rest of the nails. Anyway, but this is a safety bit. It's called a safety bit because as you can see on the end of it, it is rounded off. There's no teeth on the end. And so you really do not, I want to caution you, do not use this bit on your natural nail or on your skin. It can really do some damage. But because I am trying to get the product, and It is a safety bit. I try my best to use it around the cuticle area but not touch my nail or my skin. Of course, at times I probably did mess up. Only natural. I am a beginner. But yeah, so I am currently trying to get rid of the lifted material, and yeah. So as I said before, I'm gonna go do this with all the nails. Anyway, I do want to put in a bit of a review on this file. I did mention like some of the features about it and some of the things it comes with, but I didn't talk about the file itself and how it works. So I do like this file. For one, it is very light. The reason I like this is because like if you ever want to like move or like if you're traveling or anything, it's very easy to like just pack in your bag. It's very light. And there's not many pieces to it. On top of that, this is a like wireless. I don't want to say wireless because you do have to like charge it at times, but it doesn't have to be plugged in for you to use it. So it does have a battery life. It is actually really long of a battery life. I know, like since I've bought it, I still haven't charged it. And this is actually a few weeks later that I'm doing this voiceover. So yeah, it is really great, and actually it doesn't take that long to charge. Something else I want to put out is how light. Well, I just talked about how light it was. Next thing I want to talk about was how quiet it is. A lot of files are very noisy. I found this one to be really low in noise. I know that you can't really hear it because I don't have the audio of it in, but when I say this, when I say it, please trust me, it is pretty quiet. And that's one of my favorite things about it, because not fun when like everyone in the house is complaining that your file is really loud. Anyway, so another thing that I like about this file is that you see this course, what's it called? The ceramic bit. There we go. This actually came in the kit. So most kits you'll get will come with the basic diamond dust bits. Practically every nail file will come with it, which is pretty standard. But not every file will come with like a ceramic bit. So this is one of the very few that I know of that came with a ceramic bit, and I really do like it. It's a very useful piece. They didn't just give you a random one that didn't matter. They gave you one that would actually be very useful, and this one is pretty useful. So I want to point that out. And I just think Burano's a really great company. I just want to add that in because I do like their company, especially how they work with their customers. But yeah. Anyway, so back to the nails. So this is what my nails look like after I do all my filing with my electric file. They are very much unsupported, but I will fill them in a bit later. So right now I'm just going in and filing with my hand file, finishing up what I didn't do with my electric file. A lot of it is smoothing out near the bottom of my nail so that it's a little more flush with my nails. Of course, it's not going to be exactly flush, but I am trying to get a little there, I guess. But yeah, so I'm just filing with my hand file now. Okay, so now that I'm done filing, I am dusting away everything with my brush. And this is what they look like right now. Of course, definitely not the best. Definitely not pretty. So now I'm taking my gel primer and I am applying 2 coats of this to my nails. So you only really need this on the actual natural nail. So that it could stick better. You probably also use a dehydrator. I don't have a dehydrator and I didn't want to use acetone because that would melt the extension that I have on there. Well, not melt it, but make it less rough. But anyway, I don't have a dehydrator, so I put primer on my nail. You probably don't need to put on the extension as well, but I chose to do so only because I didn't see the harm in doing so. But anyway, so yeah, I ended up applying 2 coats of this to all my nails. So now that I'm done applying the gel primer to all my nails, I'm applying the Duration base coat to all of my nails, covering my natural nail plate and the remaining nail extension that's on my nails. So the reason why I chose to pick the Duration is because, for one, I do like their gel polishes, especially the base coat, top coat, because that's the only ones I've used other than the poly gel. And so on top of that, the original nails that I created were Duration, like nail extension, poly gel, builder gel. I don't know what it's called. It's just called nail extension gel, I think. But yeah, so I apply this. Also, I am using the Duration gel on top of it. So just because same companies want to keep this the same. And then I cure that for 30 seconds. And so for the ring finger, I use clear because the majority of the nail is in clear. And then for the rest of my nails, I use a different color. When it comes up, I'll tell you the color because I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, so I apply it especially to like the cuticle area, and then I try to smooth it out and shape the nail. Of course, it wasn't perfect, so I did go back in with a little more, and then I did file later on, but that's for later. But yeah, so I applied it and then I just try to like level it out, get it to the shape that I want. I also want to note, I really do like this clear. It's probably one of the most clearest gels that I've used. But yeah, I really do like this one. It's a must-have in my opinion. Okay, so now that I'm done with that, I cured it in the lamp and I am now taking number 43, which is the original color that I used to do the nails. And once again, I'm doing the same thing that I did before, applied some of the gel to near the cuticle area, and then I smoothed it out in the cuticle area and then down the nail to blend it out. Something that I forgot was that actually when I did these nails, I put a clear base underneath, which I actually forgot at this point, which I wasn't a fan of, but it's fine. It turned out fine. There's no difference. It was only when I wanted to like file down my nails, there was a different, like I could see the difference in colors, but still no problem. Anyway, so yeah, I am smoothing this out. This is actually double speed, but you can see like it seems at times I'm going really slow because I am, especially around the cuticle area, because once again it is gel. You don't want to get it on your skin or on your cuticles. But yeah, so I'm just spreading out the gel to my liking, trying to make it as even as possible. And after I finish my thumb, I go back and cure it and then finish off the rest of my nails, doing the same exact thing, as you'll see. So I did cure it, but I am going back in with a little more. This is because I felt that it was very uneven. I felt the back was very light. There wasn't enough product compared to the front of the nails, so I am going back and adding in a bit more and evening it out. So now that I filled in all my nails with the gel, I am going back in and filing down my nails. There is a tacky layer, and so you should remove that, but something I actually do to kind of as like a hack is if you have a no wipe top coat, you could apply that and then file. My reasoning for that is because not everyone has a gel cleanser. I don't have a gel cleanser, so I just do this. But yeah, so first I take my hand file and shape a bit. They're pretty much shaped from beforehand, but I do like to go back and just make sure it is how I like it. But yeah, so right now I'm just filing with my hand file, and then right after I take my electric file and go back and file that again. So now that I'm done filing, I dusted off all the dust, and now I'm just putting a top coat on, and after this I added some cuticle oil and I'm done. I'm actually really satisfied how the results came out. And so this is actually weeks later. I'm recording the voiceover, as I may have mentioned before, and they didn't lift at all, which I'm actually really surprised about. This is my first time doing a fill, as the title says, but even though it actually turned out really well, I don't know if I really did a good job, to be honest, but the fact that it didn't lift is like mind-blowing, especially in that the nails I originally did lifted a lot. So the fact that these didn't lift is like whoa to me. Anyway, so just applying the top coat and I'll show you what they look like in the end. So I applied some cuticle oil, rubbed it in, and this is what they look like. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any feedback, any tips, please let me know down in the comments below, and I hope you enjoy.